Hi, my name is Sierra, and we're going to be going over our Level 3 Advanced demo today. So we're mainly going to be focusing on the lead integration portion of LionDesk. So we're going to go ahead and start in the settings page over on the left-hand side. Once you come into your settings page, we're going to go to Lead Distribution and Team Settings at the top. Once you come into the lead distribution and team settings section, the first thing we're going to do is create our team. So over on the right-hand side here, we're going to name our team. Click Create, and then you'll see Phil Dunphy, who is the team leader on the team already. Now, you have this team sharing option down here. If you want to keep this on, that means everyone is going to see everyone else's contacts. If you flip it off, that means your agents are only going to see what is assigned to them. So now we're going to invite some team members. Keep in mind, when inviting team members, they do have to have active LionDesk accounts. So we're going to invite Francesca. So now we're going to go to the top right under lead distribution rules. So we want to tell LionDesk what to do with these leads when they hit the system. So we're going to select our team to modify, and we're going to do the team we just created. So now you'll see we've already got 2 people receiving leads. So there's 2 different ways that you can distribute the leads to your agents. The first way is round robin. So with round robin, it's more of an even distribution of leads. So the first lead would go to Deb, the second lead would go to Phil, the third lead would go to Deb, and so on. We just recently introduced this new feature, though, called Next Up Minutes. So if the lead is not claimed in distribution, the lead will roll out to each other team member sequentially after the number of minutes specified. So if we change this to 10 minutes, say Deborah has 10 minutes to claim this lead. If not, it's going to roll out to Phil. If Phil doesn't claim the lead within 10 minutes, it's going to go back to Deborah. We also have the option to do a time-based rollout. So the way time-based works is the first lead might hit Deborah or it might hit Phil. So we've got it set to 0 minutes, meaning it's going to hit both of them at the same time, more of like a Shark Tank method. If we want all of the leads to hit Deborah first, we're going to leave her on 0 minutes and then change Phil Dunphy to 5 minutes. So every single lead that comes into the system goes to Deborah first, and she's got 5 minutes to claim that lead, otherwise it goes to Phil. Now you want to set up the claim option and the notify section. So say Deborah wants an email and a text to notify her of leads, but Phil only wants a text. Then we're going to set the claim option. So there's must claim lead or forced auto claim. For time-based rollout, you want to leave it on must claim lead because forced auto claim means the system claims it for them automatically. So every lead that hits Deborah is going to be claimed automatically if you leave it on forced auto claim. So again, time-based rollout, leave on must claim lead. Once you've got this set up, you're just going to click Update Distribution Rules. So now we're going to focus on the 3 ways to route leads into the system. The first way is using this unique email address here at the top. This is used for sites like Zillow, Realtor.com, things like that. The second way is going to be using an API key. So now we're going to go into our third-party integrations tab. This is where your API keys are held. So if you see some of your lead sources on the left-hand side here, all you need to do is click Enable, and then you're going to see a series of numbers and letters pop up. And this is what you're going to copy and paste into the back end of that lead source provider. The third way is going to be using Zapier. Zapier is one of our third-party systems that we use to integrate with lead sources that we may not have a direct integration with. Where you can find all of this is in our online help. So if we click online help over on the left-hand side, it's going to direct us to our help center, and you can search the word websites. Searching this is going to bring up the article, Which Websites Can LionDesk Import Leads From? This is going to give you an entire list of everyone that we integrate with and how we integrate with them. So you've got API keys, the unique email address, and a Zapier integration. So the first one that we're going to focus on today is connecting Facebook. So you do need to have active Facebook lead ads for this to work. But first, we're going to go into our Facebook settings tab at the top of settings. And then from here, we're going to connect our Facebook account. So we're going to click on the left-hand side, Connect to Facebook. So you're going to get this pop-up to sign into the Facebook account that you've got lead ads running on. So go ahead and insert your credentials, and then you're going to see your forms or your leads pop up. When you see these, go ahead and click List Forms, and then you can add the forms. So we're going to add each of our forms. Once you've added the forms, what we're going to do is copy the name of each form and add it as a source. So we copy this and then go back to our LionDesk settings page at the top. Here under your lead sources, we're going to scroll down and click Add New Source. So we're going to paste that there and click Add. So now we see our test form there. Then I'm going to go back to Facebook settings and copy our second form and paste it there as well in our lead sources. So your source name does need to match the form exactly, which is the reason for us copying and pasting it and adding it as a source exactly in that area. Once we've done this, we can now click Edit Source Map next to each one. And this is where we need to map the fields, essentially. So tell LionDesk where to put the information that's being filled out. So you'll see in this situation, they are already matched. But if it's new, just go ahead and click the drop down, and then you can match them together. So for the source, we're going to select Facebook and then click Update. And you're going to want to do that for the second one as well. So these are already matched again, but select Facebook for your source and Update. Now, the next step is going back into our lead distribution and team settings tab. So over on the left-hand side, we're going to do the lead import setup. So in this dropdown, we're going to select Facebook again. So it's actually going to be the Facebook lead ad CRM direct, and then click Add New Lead Routing. The first thing that pops up is going to be your source again. This is where you match it to the name of the form. So test form is our first one. Then we're going to select the drip campaign that we want them to be on. So right now, I'm going to put them on just a general prospective seller drip. And then distribution settings. There's two different ways, individual or team rollout. Individual if you are a single agent not using LionDesk with a team. Today we're going to select team rollout though because we created our advanced demo team. Distribution method. You can either do specific team or zip code. So in this case, I'm going to do specific team. And then team selected is our advanced demo team. And then we're going to click Save Lead Routing. So now that we've done this, we still want to connect our second form. So again, we're going to select our Facebook Lead Ad CRM Direct. Click Add Lead Routing. And then it's going to be our second form, which was the test form copy. We're going to start them on a buyer drip campaign. And our distribution settings are going to be the same. So team rollout, our specific team, advanced demo team, and save lead routing. So now that we've got that set up, we're going to go ahead and go back to our online help. So once we're in here, we're going to search our Facebook article, how to import your Facebook leads into LionDesk. So this is a video that just walks you through all of the steps that I walked you through. But the important part is at the bottom of this video, there is a link here. This link is what you can use to send a test lead into LionDesk from Facebook. So once you click on this, you're able to create your contact and send that test lead through just to make sure everything is set up correctly. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and focus on an email parser. The first step to an email parser is going to Zapier, Z as in zebra, AP as in Paul, IER.com, and then create your free account. Once you're there and signed in, we're going to click on Make a Zap. So if you're connecting multiple lead sources, each lead source is going to be a Zap. So what we're going to select is Email Parser. And we're going to select New Email. So that means that the action is triggered when a new email hits the Zapier mailbox. And then click Save and Continue. So now we're going to connect an account. I've already got an account, so I'm going to go ahead and click Login. And we're going to authorize. And click Login. The next thing we're going to do is scroll down and click Create Mailbox. So we've now created this unique mailbox here. And what you're going to do is either go into your lead source and paste this in the lead forwarding section. If your lead source provider does not have a lead forwarding section for you to put an email or an additional email, you can actually just set up a forwarding rule in your mailbox. So once you've created your Zapier mailbox, what we're going to do is copy this here. And you're going to set up a lead forwarding rule in your general mailbox. So in our case, we're just going to jump into Outlook and just do a test. So I'm going to click New Email. And this would be, we're still going to set up the forwarding rule. We would set it to forward to this unique email address though. So this is our Zapier test. And then we're going to just send in basic information. You're obviously going to have more than this when an actual lead email comes through, because it's going to have name, email, phone number, all of that, as well as like maybe the house that they're interested in, and then even some notes at the end. So this is definitely just a basic one. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and send this through, and then we can check our Zapier mailbox. So this is what it's going to look like when you get a template. So you'll see our subject here. Now we just need to parse the information. So we've got name here. So we're going to highlight this and select name. Hopefully your emails are actually separate, so first name and last name, so you guys can separate that. And then save it. And we're going to highlight email. And save that. We're just going to go through and parse all of our information. Now, if you want to, this is the property that they're interested in. You could even set that as notes. So that way you just have it as notes on the account because maybe there's more than one property that they're interested in or something like that. Once you've done that, you just click Save Address and Template. So it's now been saved and we can go back to Zapier. So we're going to click our Connect an Account. We're going to click Authorize, and then it's going to have us select the email parser that we just set up. And now we're going to click Test. If there's ever a test option, make sure you check it just in case. It doesn't take you anywhere else. And then click Save and Continue. This is where we're going to select the mailbox that we just used. So we've got a few in here. Make sure you're keeping track of which one it is. So it's our first one here. And then click Continue. So it's showing us the mailbox. We're going to fetch and continue. So our test was successful. We're going to continue one more time. And now we're going to connect our LionDesk app. So what we want to happen is every time we receive a new email, essentially a new lead, we want it to create a contact in LionDesk. So we're going to click Create New Contact and Save and Continue. Or we're going to click Connect an Account. So then you're going to get this pop-up where you need to paste an API key. So we're going to go back into our LionDesk settings page now. Once you're in here, you're going to go to that third-party integrations tab. And we're going to look for Zapier. So Zapier is here. We're going to click Enable. So now that we've got our API key, we're going to copy this and paste it in that Zapier window. And click Yes, Continue. So now we've got our LionDesk CRM number 4. This is the most recent one. And we're going to test it, of course. And then click Save and Continue. So now that we're here, again, we need to tell LionDesk where to put the information that we parsed out. So obviously we want first name to go to first name, email to go to email. LionDesk does have them separated, which is why I mentioned hopefully yours are separated. If it's all on one line like our template was, it does need to be the full name that you would insert into the first name. So we're going to do parse output name, parse output mobile number, and then we had the property they were interested in. So like I said, you can put that into notes, which is what I would recommend just in case they are interested in multiple properties. You can add all of those. So we're going to click notes and parse output the property interested. Now you can also add your source here, which I would recommend. So in this case, we're just going to do my website and then click Continue. So it's got everything we just parsed. Make sure, double check it's all in the right place, it's where you want it. And then click Send to LionDesk CRM. So it's letting us know a test contact was just sent to LionDesk. So we're going to go back into our LionDesk account. And we're actually going to go into reporting on the left side. Once you're in reporting, we're going to go to Leads Overview. This is where you're going to see a list of all of your leads that filter into the system automatically. So now we see our Claire Dunphy from Zapier, the date that it came in, and if you do have them distributing to a team, you're going to see that here as well. So now we're going to go back into Zapier, and we're going to click Finish. So we need to name our Zap and turn it on. Now we're going to go back into LionDesk. Since we know that this is working properly, we're going to go into our settings page, lead distribution and team settings, and we're going to add our last lead source provider for now. So we're going to scroll all the way to the bottom and we're going to go to Zapier, click Add New Lead Routing, and the source is going to be our website again because that's what we connected in this situation. And then start the following drip campaign. So typically buyers, maybe you have sellers coming through there, you can set it up how you like. We're going to do the buyer drip campaign just for now. And then settings, again, we want these to go to our team. So we're going to set up the same settings again and click Save Lead Routing. And that concludes our advanced level demo.